My name is Diane Anvari, and I'm the Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources for Springs Charter Schools. Inclusion and appreciation of diversity has been a passion of mine through my life. I had been leading a table talk at our Pechanga Ignite event a couple of years ago on questioning your prejudices and stereotypes. Kia Hovey came to that table talk, and at the end of it we started chatting about this issue, and we decided not just do a one-time training and say, check that box, we're done, but to really work on it over years to make it truly ingrained in our culture.
It sparked a very heavy conversation within our group, and we realized that while we all have the same goals, we're all here to see students achieve and be the very best role models and educators that we can be for those kids. What we realized is that we were not addressing some of the issues that plague our students and even personally plague ourselves. I went back to Diane, and we started a task force, and we reached out to staff members from every department imaginable, and the interest was overwhelming, and we knew that we needed to move forward and make a change and do something different. I believe that it's important to celebrate what makes us different, not look at why we're different.
It was such a valuable experience. I've gone to so many staff development, professional development opportunities and gotten a lot out of them. I think I got more resources out of this than anything I've ever been to. We were very excited about the idea of making this an ongoing project, and they wanted to continue this message.
My whole life I've spent defending myself. And unfortunately sometimes defending myself to my own family about who I am and why I've chosen the path that I've chosen. So, I think that for me, this whole discussion about diversity is so important, because I work with students every day who question who they are and why they make the choices that they may, or why they've chose a certain path. Our goal thus far is to make sure that we are setting ourselves up to train our staff. What we have realized is that the amount of training that different organizations may do, or teacher preparatory programs, are not hitting those issues that have to do with social emotional support per se, cultural diversity. We think that if we can get the right opportunities in for our staff to really sit back and take a look at themselves and look at the things that make them unique, then hone in on the things that make our students unique, that will allow us to kind of bridge the gap in terms of building relationships with all staff, with all departments, and then let that trickle down to our students and our families and our communities. We've had monthly meetings with the task force, and we've tried to hone in on some very specific things that we think are important to our school community with Springs. That's involved us reaching out to organizations like Teaching Tolerance.
If there's any intolerance, I want to fight that. So I was so very excited when Diane Anvari got the diversity task force going, because this has been a personal passion of mine, and I would love to see this expand to every site within Springs Charter Schools.
And so we're planning to move into the Pechanga event this next year. The idea of the whole event is appreciation of diversity. And then we're going to be working on training teachers and then bringing it more into the classrooms.
If anyone is interested in participating, they can contact any of us on the task force on any level. If anyone can contribute, we are happy to open the doors for anyone at Springs to work with us. This is not going to be an overnight change. Change is going to always happen. If we want to be forefront for our kids in terms of education, then I think it's equally important for us to look at ourselves and look at our students and celebrate what makes us different, but also what makes us the same. Whatever pathways or avenues that we utilize as resources, that it's going to be beneficial for all staff, for all students, and for our entire school community.